Hello friends, myself Dr. Vilas Deshmukh, Associate Professor at Sudhakar Rao Naik Institute of Pharmacy, Pusat. Friends, today we will study photosynthesis. What is the photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process by which green plants and certain other microorganisms transform light energy into chemical energy. During photosynthesis in green plants, light energy is captured and used to convert water, carbon dioxide, and minerals into oxygen, and energy rich organic compounds are formed during the process of photosynthesis. Friends, as you know that the plant is a huge laboratory where different primary and secondary metabolites they are biosynthesized. By the process of photosynthesis, primary metabolites such as carbohydrates and sugars are biosynthesized, which are used further for the biosynthesis of the secondary metabolites such as alkalides, glycosides, tannins, volatile oil, amino acids, and other compounds. As the name indicates, the photosynthesis occurs in two phases, that is in the light and dark, light reaction and the dark reaction. So as this name indicate, the photosynthesis consists of two names. First one is the photo and another one is the synthesis. So the photo, that is the light energy, is converted into the energy rich molecules, and these energy rich molecules they are used in the synthesis part of the compound. In case of the photosynthesis, the light energy is trapped by the chlorophyll which is present in the leaf. So this is called as the light reaction. It is called as the light reaction, that is it takes place in the presence of light, and the high energy molecules such as the ATP and NADPH are formed during the phase of this photo or the light reaction. And next part, it is the synthesis part. In the synthesis part, the synthesis of the carbohydrate takes place. The energy molecules which are formed during the photo part, it is utilized. In case of this synthesis part, they provide the energy for the biosynthesis of the carbohydrates. So in this way, the light energy is converted into the carbohydrates. So in this case, the photo part it is called as the light reaction, and synthesis part it is called as the dark reaction, or it is also called as the Calvin cycle. So in case of the process of photosynthesis, that is the sunlight it is obtained from the sun, the carbon dioxide it is taken from the nature, from the atmosphere, water is taken by the roots from the soil, and the oxygen is released as an byproduct in the atmosphere, in the nature, and the sugar is obtained. Sugar in the form of the glucose or in the form of the carbohydrates, it is obtained from the plants. So this is the overall view of the photosynthesis. So first of all, we will study an overview of photosynthesis. So the photosynthesis is a process by which the autotrophic organisms use light energy to make sugar and oxygen gas from carbon dioxide and water. In this case, the pigments which are present in the leaf, they are, that is the chlorophyll, they are used for the entrapment of the light energy. Require sunlight, water, and the carbon dioxide. Sunlight it is obtained from the sun, water is taken by the roots from the soil, and the carbon dioxide it is also obtained from the atmosphere. The overall equation, that is the 6 carbon dioxide, 6 water molecules, light energy it is used which is obtained from the sun, formation of the glucose and 6 molecules of the oxygen it is released in the nature. So the carbon dioxide, water is utilized, the light energy is will provide the source of energy and the formation of the glucose and the oxygen molecules takes place. So this is the overall equation of the photosynthesis occurs in the leaves of the plants in the organelles called the chloroplast. It occurs in the leaves. In the leaves it occurs, and also it occurs in case of the green color stems or green color fruits also it may takes place. Photosynthesis it is a chemical process. As we are discussed earlier, it occurs in two main phases: light reaction, that is the photo part, and the dark reaction, it is also called as the Calvin cycle. So it occurs in two main phases: light reaction which takes place in the presence of the light, dark reaction which takes place in the absence of the light, which is also called as the Calvin cycle. Light reaction are the photo part of the photosynthesis. Light is absorbed by the pigments such as the chlorophyll and other pigments absorbs the light. So the light reaction is the photo part of the photosynthesis and light is absorbed by the pigments. Dark reaction it is a synthesis part. Dark reaction it is the synthesis part of the photosynthesis. Trapped energy from the sun is converted to chemical energy of sugars. The energy which is trapped by the or from the sun is converted to the chemical energy. So first of all we will study regarding the light reaction. The light reaction which is a photo part of the photosynthesis, it is a light dependent reaction, occurs in thylakoid membrane. These thylakoids which are present in the leaf just below the epidermal cell in the palisade cells, these thylakoids they are present in the chloroplast of the leaf. Light and water are required for this process. The light from the sun, water is taken from the soil, absorbed by the roots. So this light reaction required the light and the water. Energy storage molecules are formed, that is the ATP and NADPH are formed. That is the end of or the end of the light reaction is the ATP and NADPH. The end product is the ATP and NADPH, and these energy molecules which are formed they are used in the dark reaction they for the preparation or for the formation of the carbohydrates. Oxygen is made as a waste product and it is released in the nature. Oxygen it is a byproduct which is formed and it is released in the nature. The water which is absorbed from the soil by the roots, the splitting of the water takes place, that is called as the lysis of water. The lysis of water takes place where the two molecules of water is breakdown or the lysis takes place into the oxygen and 4 hydrogen molecules, and in this case the energy is generated in the form of the NADPH and ATP which is utilized further in case of the dark reaction. Where does the photosynthesis occur? Photosynthesis occurs in the leaf. In the leaf, due to the green color of the leaf or due to the presence of the chlorophyll, they are green in color, and chlorophyll plays an important role for the entrapment of the light energy. Then the microscopy of the leaf. If you study the microscopy of the leaf, this is the cuticle, a smooth cuticle below which there is a upper epidermis. Below the upper epidermis there are the palisade cells which are also called as the palisade parenchyma. Here these are the elongated cells. These are the elongated cells which are present in the layer of 2. In the layer of 2 these palisade cells are present. Then this is the xylem and the phloem which is present in the leaf, generally in the midrib of the leaf. This is the spongy parenchyma. As the cells are loosely arranged, it is called as the spongy parenchyma. In between these the air spaces are present. Then this is the lower epidermis. This is called as the lower epidermis, and the stomata is also present for the exchange of the gases such as the oxygen and the carbon dioxide. The stomata it is also present, the palisade cells, they are present on or below the upper epidermis, or they may be present on both the side of the leaf, that is the below the upper epidermis and above the lower epidermis. If these palisade cells, they are present on both sides, then it is called as the isobilateral leaf, and if it is present only on the one side below the upper epidermis, it is called as the dorsiventral type of the leaf. In these palisade cells, the chloroplasts are present. In the chloroplast, the chlorophyll or the thylakoid are present. So again, if we observe the structure of the leaf closerly, so this is the upper epidermis, this is the palisade mesophyll, that is the palisade cells which are present. These are the bundle sheets, these are the veins. These bundle sheets, they are present in the vein. Below that there is a spongy parenchyma, lower epidermis, and the stomata, they are present with the guard cell. Most photosynthesis occurs in this palisade layer. In this palisade layer, most of the photosynthesis occurs which are present just below the epidermis. These are the elongated capsular types of the cells which contain the chloroplast. Gas exchange of the carbon dioxide occurs at the opening called the stomata, which is surrounded by the guard cells of the leaf surface. The location and the structure of the chloroplast. So as already we have seen, the leaf, which is a green color, where the photosynthesis occurs. So when we observe the cross section of the leaf, you will observe that is the palisade cells, they are present. Palisade cells, they are present just below the upper epidermis and above the lower epidermis. These palisade, if you observe these palisade cells again closerly, we will observe this type of the cells, that is these mesophyll cells which are present, this type of the cells which contain the chloroplast, and again these chloroplast cells, they are observed minutely. These chloroplast cells consist of the thylakoids. So there is the upper or the outer membrane of the thylakoid, inner membrane of the thylakoid, and these are all the thylakoids. This is totally called as the thylakoid compartment. The fluid which is present in between this thylakoid, it is called as the stroma. This stack of the thylakoids, this stack, that is when the thylakoids, they are placed one above the other, it is called as the stack, and this stack, it is called as the granum. So in this way, these thylakoids which are present in case of the chloroplast, they are present in the chloroplast. So when closerly we observe this, so this is the outer membrane, then this is the inner membrane, this is the outer membrane, this is the inner membrane, then this is the lumen which is present, then this is the stack of the thylakoids which is called as the granum. The fluid which is surrounded these thylakoids, it is called as the stroma. So these are the thylakoid, the stack of this thylakoid, it is called as the granum, and this is the inner membrane of the thylakoid. So inner membrane called the thylakoid membrane, thickened regions called the thylakoids, a stack of thylakoid, it is called as the granum. In plural, it is called as the grana. Stroma is a liquid surrounding the thylakoid, and this is the stroma, that is the liquid through which the transport of the electron takes place during the process of the photosynthesis. The pigments which plays an important role during the process, they are the chlorophyll A is the most important photosynthetic pigment. Other pigments called the antenna or the accessory pigments, they are the chlorophyll B, carotenoids, xanthophyllins are the other pigments which are also helpful during the process of photosynthesis. These pigments are embedded in the membranes of the chloroplast in the group called the photosystems. They are present in the chloroplast. They are embedded in the membranes of the chloroplast in the groups called the photosystem. These photosystems, they are of the two types. They are the photosystem 1 and photosystem 2, which causes the entrapment of the light energy, or they causes the harvesting of the light. That is, due to the absorption of the light, the excitation of chlorophyll takes place in the chloroplast. So in this picture you can see that the photon which is obtained from the sun, from the light energy, it is absorbed by the chlorophyll. After the absorption it will enter into the excited state, and when it will reach excited state, again it will release its energy and come to the ground state. Again it will take the energy, excited state. So in this way this is continuous. This is continuous in case of the light reaction. In case of the light reaction, that is the light energy, it is absorbed by the chlorophyll and it will get into the excited state. It will reach into excited state where it will release its energy in the form of the electron, and again it will come to the ground state. So these photosystems, they are embedded in the thylakoid membrane as we have already studied, and these consist of the photosystem 2 and photosystem 1. Photosystem 2 is first and photosystem second is 1 is on the next to the photosystem 1. The light energy, it is absorbed by the light harvesting complex which is present in the photosystem 2, and by the electron transport chain they are transported to the photosystem 1. In the photosystem 2, the high energy molecule, that is the formation of ATP, takes place. Again, in case of the photosystem 1, the light energy is absorbed, that is the harvesting of the light energy takes place, and the energy molecule which is formed during the photosystem 1, which is transported through the electron transport chain, it is the NADPH, which is used in case of the dark reaction. So the end product of the photo or the light reaction, it is the formation of the high energy molecules such as the ATP and NADPH. These light reaction generated the ATP and NADPH, the graphically you can observe in this way. That is, the water is taken from the soil, the lysis of water will take place, oxygen is released as a byproduct, light energy absorbed in the form of the photons by the reaction center chlorophyll, the water splitting will take place, that is the harvesting, the splitting of the water will, or the lysis of the water will take place in the photosystem 2. The primary electron acceptor will accept the electron and it is transported by means of the electron transport chain to the photosystem 1, and during this period the energy molecule, that is a formation of ATP, will take place. Then in the primary reaction acceptor, it will again absorb the light energy, and the NADPH producing photosystem 1, it will enter, and the primary electron acceptor, it will release the electron, and formation of the next molecule, that is NADPH, will take place. Here also the light energy, it is absorbed. So in this way the two high energy molecules, they are formed in the form of the ATP and NADPH, which are further utilized in the dark reaction. Next is the dark reaction. It is also called as the Calvin cycle. This dark reaction, in this case there is no need of the light. It is a light independent reaction, and it occurs in the fluid which is present behind the thylakoid, which is called as the stroma. In this case, the carbon dioxide is fixed into the sugar glucose. The carbon dioxide, it is fixed. In this, the fixation of the carbon dioxide which is present in the atmosphere takes place. ATP and NADPH molecules created during the light reaction power the production of this glucose. The atmospheric carbon dioxide is fixed by the plants. This is the light driven process. The carbon becomes available as a carbohydrate. Overall reaction, that is the carbon dioxide, water, the formation of the carbohydrate takes place, and the oxygen, it is released as a byproduct. Here the carbon dioxide is reduced and the water is oxidized during the dark reaction. So this all takes place in the stroma of the plant. This occurs, this Calvin cycle or the dark reaction occurs in the plant, thylakoid membrane of the plant, that is, this is the photo part and this is the synthesis part. In this, the synthesis part, that is called as the Calvin cycle or the dark reaction, the water, lysis of water takes place, light energy is absorbed, and in case of the stacks of the thylakoids, the process takes place, oxygen is released and byproduct, and the end product of the photos, the part or the light reaction, formation of the ATP and NADPH. And in case of the Kelvin cycle, they are utilized as an energy. In case of the Kelvin cycle, the entrapment or the fixation of the carbon dioxide takes place. It will enter, or it takes place in the stroma, and the formation of the sugar takes place. This sugar, it is used for the cellular respiration, for the formation of the cellulose, starch and other organic compounds. This Kelvin cycle occurs in three phases. First one, that is the carbon fixation. Next one is the reduction, and third one, it is the regeneration of the carbon dioxide acceptor. So in this case, the ribulose biphosphate, it is the acceptor of the carbon dioxide. The ribulose bisphosphate, it is the acceptor of the carbon dioxide, and it will enter into the phase 1, that is the carbon fixation, with the formation of 3-phosphoglycerate. With the formation of the 3-phosphoglycerate, enters into the phase 2 of the reduction, where 3-phosphoglycerate get converted to 1,3 by bisphosphoglycerate. It get converted to the 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate, and the 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate get converted to the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, that is the G3P. And this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, it is utilized for the formation of the glucose and other organic compounds. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate enters into the phase 3, that is the regeneration of the carbon dioxide acceptors and a formation of the ribulose phosphate bisphosphate will take place. A formation of the ribulose bisphosphate will take place, which will be ready for the acceptance of the carbon dioxide. So this cycle is continue. This cycle is continue, and meanwhile the carbohydrates or the glucose, which is prepared from the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. In this case, the energy molecules which are prepared during the light reaction in the form of ATP and NADPH, they are utilized. Here 6 molecules of the ATP, they are used. Here 6 NADPH, they are used. Here again 3 molecules of ATP, they are used. So in this way, the energy molecules, they are used in case of the dark reaction, which are formed during the process of light reaction, and the end product of the Kelvin cycle, that is the formation of the glucose or the formation of the sugar takes place. So in this way, the formation of the glucose or the carbohydrates takes place during the process of photosynthesis by two phases. First one is the light reaction, another one is the dark reaction. So in this way, the carbohydrates which is prepared, it is stored in the plants, and further it is used in the process of glycolysis. Thank you very much.